Okay, so good evening everyone.
Good evening, sir.
How are you all guys?
Fine, sir. How are you?
Yes, I'm good. Okay, so let me share the screen. Is it visible? Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what topic we are learning currently? Do you know? This
Yes,
topic is
sir.
going on in
Display flex.
class. Okay, just wait.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Yes, tell me.
Hello.
Yes, please tell me.
बोलो ये प्रोजेक्ट कर रहा था वो हाफ हो के रह गया फुल कंप्लीट नहीं
Yeah, we will look into that also. We'll finish it. We will finish that today. Okay, right? Okay. So what is our topic name? Basically, we are learning what? Display flex. Okay, in display flex, there are two types of properties we have. One is container property. Okay, and one we have items or child property. Okay, so can anyone tell me what are the properties we have seen as a container property? What is the first one?
फ्लेक्स डायरेक्शन फ्लेक्स फर्स्ट वन डिस्प्ले फ्लेक्स
Okay, first one is we can say we can make a container as display
फ्लेक्स
flex. Okay, and the second property is what?
फ्लेक्स
We can write a direction. So what we can write?
फ्लेक्स डायरेक्शन सेकंड
Yes,
फ्लेक्स डायरेक्शन
flex direction.
फ्लेक्स डायरेक्शन
Okay, next. What is the next property? Can we write here
फ्लेक्स
flex
रैप
wrap? Okay, what is another property? Can we give gap?
जस्टिफाई कंटेंट
Okay, yes. We have another property which is justify content. Justify content. Okay, and we have one more property which is
align items.
align items. Okay, what about next property? Which is the next property?
Flex flow.
Yes, we can write flex flow. Flex flow is a combination of flex flow is what? Shorthand property. And we can say flex flow is the combination of,
Direction and
yes, flex direction,
flex direction.
and flex,
Flex wrap.
yes, flex wrap. Okay, so we have already used these properties. Any other properties remaining? Okay, I think we covered most of the properties. Okay,
Align content, sir.
align content. Yes, align content means it like take care of the space between the content. Okay, so yes, we have one more property which is align content. If you are attending classes regularly, so you guys already aware about these properties. Okay, if you are not aware, you can watch the recordings. Okay, what about the child property? What's the child property we have? We have order property. Okay, what is another property? Shrink. Okay, and what is another property?
Grow.
Sorry, another property is grow. Yes,
Grow.
yes, grow. And what is
Flex grow.
next? Yes, it's like flex grow and flex shrink. Okay, so flex grow and flex shrink we have, and after that, what is another property?
Align self.
Okay, align self. Self. Okay, means for example, if you have more number of items, like 1, 2, 3, and 4, and particularly if you want to move any element, so what you can do, you can write, okay, you can bring your element, from this position to like any other position. So which property you can write to move your element from here? Okay, so here we can write
Align self.
align self. Okay, yes. Okay, so far we have done so many properties, and we have we have played one game, which is nothing but, okay, we have played one flex box froggy. Okay, I think this is a name of that flex box game. How many of you have visited on this website? Does anyone solve any label?
Sir, sir, 20, 20, 20 तक सर
Okay,
डेविल लेवल तक गया हूँ सर.
okay, all right, that is good. So if you will solve all the labels, means you will get a good what we can say, good command on flexbox. Okay, all right, if you haven't any idea about this, you can visit the recording. Now let me give you some target to do. What we have to design today, suppose, okay, this is your web page. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to create div. Okay, this is div 1, and here you have to keep div like 2 and div 3 and div 4. Okay, so this is what we have achieved. Okay, so this is, you can consider container. Okay, and this is nothing but box 1, this is nothing but you can consider box 2, box 3 and box 4. Okay, so let's try to create this design. Okay, so let me just open VS Code. So here is our front-end folder, and inside the front-end folder we have CSS, and in CSS we have day 7. Okay, and in day 7 let's just open it in VS Code. Okay, so either what you can do, either you can open CMD from here by writing command CMD, and you can, after that you can write here code dot in order to open your VS Code editor. Okay, so automatically it will open your code editor at the same location. What is the location? Day 7. Okay, here I'll create one file which is index.html. Okay, and I'll create one more file, style.css. Now let's write here basic skeleton of HTML, HTML5. Okay, and here we are learning flex box. Okay, and this is what, day 7, right? Okay, now let's link this style.css. How to link the style.css? Just write the link tag. Okay, inside the link tag you have to tell the relationship, which is by default style sheet, and you have to mention the path of your style sheet. So we have to write here dot slash, and it will suggest our files. So we have to select style.css. Okay, so let's just go like, in order to check the output of this web page we need to make it live. Okay, so click on go live, and here we are getting title of our web page. Okay, now let's check whether CSS is linked successfully or not. So what we will do, we will try to change the background. Okay, so let's go to the CSS file, and here if you will change the background of the body, and if it is changing, okay, first we will write the element name, now background color, and red I am writing. So it is changing, means it is working. Okay, means our CSS linked with HTML file correctly. Okay, now what we have to do, just create the skeleton. What skeleton we have to create? We have to create how many boxes? 4 boxes we have created inside one container. Okay, so there is one container which is having 4 boxes. So this is the skeleton we have to create. So how we will create it? We will write VS Code emit. Okay, so we will write here like we are giving class to the container as what, container, and inside the container I want to create box. Okay, box means box class, and how many boxes you want to create? 4 boxes. And do you want to write content inside the box? Yes, I want to write content. Okay, content is like 1. The content is like 1 2 3 4. Okay, so like that numbering I just want numbering. Okay, so if you will write the dollar, so this 1 2 3 will come inside the box. Let's press enter. So this is coming. Okay, so we have box container, and it is containing how many boxes? 4 boxes, each box having its class which is box. Okay, suppose if you want to give common design to all the boxes, then you can select all the boxes by its class box, because box class is common for all. But suppose if you want to give individual designing, means for box 1 you want different design, then what you need to do, you can give separate classes as well, unique classes as well, like box 1 it is, so we can give more than one class to an element. And this is what box 4. All right, okay, so this is how we have created. Okay, and this is coming like this. Okay, so for example, let's write the basic property, like basic CSS property or global property of CSS. So we will remove the default padding given by the browser. Okay, we will say padding is 0. We will remove the default margin as well. Okay, and we will say behave like a border box. So box sizing border box. Okay, and if you want to give any specific font family, so you can write here font family uh, century. Okay, century is not there, then Arial or Times New Roman, whatever you want to give, we can give. Okay, now once we have done with this global property, now what we will do, we will try to target our container. Okay, so this div having class container, how we can select this particular div, particular element with class name. So what is the class name? Container. So here we will write dot container. Why we are writing dot? Because dot is the selector of class. Dot is a class selector, right? Now we are not able to see our container anywhere. So if you want to visualize your container, so let's just give the border. I'm giving here 5 pixels solid. Okay, green. So is it coming? It is not coming because we have written wrong spelling. Okay, so now it is coming. Okay, let's give the width and height of the container. Okay, so I'm writing here 100 VW viewport width, and let me give height 100 VH. Okay, viewport height. So it is taking complete viewport height. Okay, now we have done with this design of the container. Now let's try to target this box, all the boxes at once. Okay, so as you can see here in HTML, all the box like box 1, box 2, box 3 and box 4 having one common class, which is box. Okay, so let's target it with common class. So what's a common class? Box. Okay, so now what we have to do here, let's write border first 2 pixel solid, and let's write red. Okay, so it is coming like this. So what we can do, can we make this container as display flex so that we can apply flexbox properties here? So let me write here display flex. Okay, so it is coming what? Column wise, right? Now let's give the width to this each box. So like width is what? 100 pixel. Okay, and what is the height? Let's suppose height is like 100 pixel. Okay, so it is coming like this. Let's give some padding 10 pixel. Okay, padding means we have to give padding not to the child. This box is nothing but child, we have to give here on container. Okay, and let's give gap between the childs, there will be gap. If you will write here gaps 10 pixels. Okay, so it is coming like this. Okay, right? Okay, so let's write the color. Color is what? Let's suppose color is white. Okay, and background color, let's suppose like chocolate color, right? Okay, let's increase the font size. Font size is like 30 pixel. Okay, or we can say 60 pixel. So it is coming like this. Okay, let's make it center as well. Okay, text align center. Okay, so it is coming center like this. Okay, so this is how we have created this design. Okay, but what is our requirement? Our requirement is to keep one box here and we have to keep other boxes here. So what we will do, let's keep this box one inside one container, and let's keep this other box inside another container. Okay, so means we can say we have sub container 1. Okay, we have sub container 1 and sub container 2. Okay, and here, so like you can assume this is sub container is one element and sub container 2 is another element, and what you can do, you can write a space between. Okay, in order to get this space, this is nothing but a space between. So let's do it. So in HTML, as you can see here, all the boxes are there in one container. So what we will do, we will create two more container. Okay, one is sub, okay, sub 1, sub container 1. Okay, so in the sub container 1, please focus here everyone, try to understand what I am trying to do this. Okay, so this is what sub container 1, and here I'll create one more container. Let me write here comment also, sub container 1. Okay, let me create one more container. Okay, one more container is nothing but sub container 2. Okay, and here what we have to do, let's just keep this all the content inside dot sub 2. Sub 2 nothing but sub container 2. So these all the things we have to keep inside this. Okay, now what you can assume, let me just uh, collapse it. Okay, so you can suppose you have only inside the container, you have only two container. One is sub 1 and second is what, sub 2. Okay, so forget about the elements inside the sub container 1 and sub container 2. Just suppose we have one container, one big container we have. Okay, so what's the name of this container? Container simply. Okay, nothing but you can assume this container. Okay, and it is having sub container 1, so you can say sub container 1. Okay, and after giving some space between, you have to keep sub container 2. So can you do this? Can you do this? We have to keep one sub container here and we have to keep another sub container here. So how we can achieve this? How we can achieve this? What property we need to write on container? Can we write here justify content? This is how you will get the space between. Can you write here justify content? justify content, and what value you will give to the justify content? Tell me, guys.
Space between.
Yes, we can write here space between.
Between.
Space between means there will be a space between subcontainer 1 and subcontainer 2. Let's try to do it. Okay, let's go to the style.css. Okay, let's forget about box 1. Okay, box. Let's call the, okay, what we have to do, we have written this. Okay, so here we have to write one more property, which is justify content space between. Okay, so inside the container, how many subcontainer we have? 2 subcontainer. Okay, so there are subcontainer 1 and subcontainer 2, and we are writing here justify content space between. Justify content space between means one container will be here and second will be here along with some space. So let's see whether it's coming or not. It's coming with space or not. Let's try to see it. Okay, so where is the output? Here. So it is coming like this. Okay, so it is coming like this. One container is coming here and second container is coming here. So somewhat we achieved our output. Okay, and now resolve the subcontainer 2. Okay, now resolve the subcontainer 2. Okay, it means the items of subcontainer 2 should be what? Should be what? Horizontal, means it should be come as a row wise. Okay, horizontally it should come. It is coming what? Like this. It is coming vertically, but we have to keep it horizontally. Okay, so who is containing this? Okay, what I'm trying to say, this container okay, this container hold by subcontainer 1. Am I correct? This is hold by subcontainer 1. And what about this? Who is holding this?
Sub 2.
Okay, this is what? Subcontainer 2. Okay, and who is holding this all the containers? Which is nothing but container. Okay, so for this container we have two child. One is sub1 and sub2, and for this sub1 container we have one child, which is 1, and for this sub2 container we have three child. Sub2 container having three child internally, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so can we give here sub2, can we make it display flex? And can we change the direction, like flex direction? Flex direction is what? Row. Let's try to do it. Okay, so let's call this subcontainer 2 class, because this subcontainer 2 class having three childs. Okay, so that's why I am calling which class? Subcontainer 2 dot sub 2. Okay, let's see it side by side, and let me write here display flex. Display as what? Display flex. So when we are writing display flex, so it is coming row wise or not? Because when you write, the moment you write display flex, so by default flex direction is what? Row. Okay, if you will write row reverse, so it will act accordingly. Okay, so but the by default direction is what? Row. And if you want to give some space, so you can write gap. Gap is what? Like 10 pixels. Okay, so it is coming like this. Okay, so are we getting our desired, what we can say, desired output or not? What we want to achieve, this layout means some one div should be there, okay, and remaining div should be there. Okay, and are we achieving it? Are we achieving it or not? We have one div here and we have another div here, right? How many of you are understanding this? Please let me know. And how many of you are not understanding it literally? Please let me know. May I know how many of you are understanding this? Please respond, guys. No one is understanding.
Sir, understanding, sir.
You are understanding? Okay, okay, that is good.
सर
Yes, yes.
ये समझ में आया.
Yes, tell me, please. Okay, means most of the students are understanding. That is good. Okay, and now let's do one more task. Okay, let's try to do one more task because I have told you this design. There is a purpose behind this design. Actually, I want to tell you how to create navigations. So what we will do here now, we will try to create one nav bar. And how we will create that nav bar? Okay, so suppose this is our web page. Okay, it is not coming properly. Okay, let's suppose this is our mm, just okay, suppose this is what our web page, and here what we have to do, we have to create one navigation. Okay, and in navigation we have to create logo. Okay, we have to create one logo here. So whenever we see the website, so we have first logo of the web page. Okay, so here we will keep the logo, and here after some space there will be some space. After some space we will write here, okay, after space we will write here home page, okay, about page, okay, or we can say contact page. Okay, contact page. So is it not similar to this? Okay, you can consider it what, you can consider it what, you can divide it into two divs. Okay, this is what sub div. Okay, this is what sub 1, and this complete is what sub. Okay, so this complete is what your sub div 2, right? And you can write align space, I mean justify content space between. Okay, and after that you can target this container sub2 container, and here you can target the inner child of this container. Okay, let's try to do it. Okay, so how we will create the skeleton, let's see. Okay, let me create here one file. Let me create here one folder which is Okay, navbar, I'm creating one folder navbar. Okay, and let me just open this folder only, open folder, and here day 7 having one navbar folder, just open this folder. Okay, so in this folder what we are going to do, okay, so we will create one index.html, right, and we will create one style.css. Okay, so let me write here html5. Okay, in html page index.html, let me write html5. So here we can say ternary geeks, okay, is the website. Okay, now what you have to do, you have to create one container. Okay, dot container is created. Okay, and inside this container, inside one big container, we have to create one subcontainer 1 and subcontainer 2. Okay, so let's create here sub 1. Okay, so sub 1 means dot sub 1. Dot sub 1 means this is the class subcontainer 1. Okay, and let's create subcontainer 2 sub 2. Okay, so here I am writing dot sub 2. Okay, and container 1 is containing how many element? Container 1 containing one element, which is nothing but for logo. It is containing one element for logo. Okay, let's write here. So what we have to write here basically, okay, so we can write here logo class. Okay, and here we can write logo name is what, ternary geeks, or you can give image as well, but as of now I am writing here logo name is what, text, right, and here you can write your container to subdivs. Okay, so what is the subdivs of container 2? This home, about, and contact. Okay, so let's write here. So first of all we have, okay, how many boxes we need? Suppose I'm creating here not box, I'm writing here item. Okay, item, how many items we need? We need 4 items. Okay, so we are getting 4 items, right, and right here home, second is what, about, and the third is course, and the last one is contact. Does it make sense, guys? Are you understanding this, why we are doing this?
Yes.
Okay, so you, first of all what we will do, let's try to design this part subcontainer 1 and subcontainer 2. And what do you mean by design? When I'm saying design it, so what you have to do, your target is, your goal is to arrange your sub 1 and sub 2 in such a way, so sub 1 should come here in the left side corner, and sub 2 should come here right side corner. This is sub 2. Okay, and this is nothing but a space between. So can we do this? Okay, right now if you will see the layout, so it will not look very good. Okay, it will look very normal layout. Okay, so this is the previous one. Let me just restart the live server. Okay, so go live. So it has opened our, like, we can say live our page. Okay, so this is one container and this is another container. Okay, let me just link the css first. Okay, so link dot forward slash style. Okay, so let's give the default property first, which is padding 0. Okay, padding 0. Okay, so you will notice here, okay, it is linked successfully. Style.css. Okay, let's give the margin 0. Okay, and box sizing, border box, font family, Times New Roman. Okay, all right. Now what we will do, suppose this is our big container. What's the name of this container? Dot container. Okay, and let's just write border so that we can visualize our container. Solid red. Okay, so this is our container. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to keep this sub item here, and we have to keep this sub item this side. So what we will do, let's make this container as display flex. Okay, so this is what display flex. Now what we want space between. Okay, so just write here justify content space between. Okay, so space between is coming, right? Or I think it's better to write space around. Space around means there will be some space, okay, like before the ternary geeks as well. Okay, or otherwise you can give padding also. Okay, we can give padding as well. Okay, so let's give padding only. Now we have to target this complete container is what? This complete container which is containing home and about, this is nothing but sub container 2. Okay, so let's target this. Okay, this is right now it is coming column wise. Let's change it into what? Row. So what I will do, I will call sub2 container dot sub2. Okay, so here I will write, okay, let me write here border so that you can see 2 pixel solid and blue. Okay, so this is what? This is our container. So if I write display flex, so it will behave like a row. Display flex. Okay, so the items are coming what? Row wise item is coming. Okay, but I want gap between each item. Okay, if you want gap between each item, so here we can write gap simply. Gap is what? 10 pixel. Okay, or according to your requirement you can give gap. Okay, so we are getting gap here, right? And let's give some padding here. Padding means inside the space, inside. So can you see the border? Inside the border there is no space between border and content. So if you will give the padding, so there will be a space between content and border. Okay, so there is a space between container and box, content and border, right? So it is looking something like this. Okay, and if you want, instead of writing space between, you can also use here space around. Okay, so space around means it will come like this. Okay, so which one is looking better, you can decide. Okay, so what I will do now, let's design this ternary geeks logo. So inside the subtext, what we have class logo. Ternary geeks having one class which is logo. Okay, so let's design it. Okay, so before designing it, let's give some background color. Okay, background color to this container. Okay, so I'm giving here background color. Okay, if you will write hexadecimal code, so it will be this color. Okay, so I want to give this color. So if you will write #33, so you will get this kind of black color. Okay, and here I want to give color is what? Okay, so let's keep it black color. Later we will target it. Okay, next what we have to target this logo. Okay, so dot logo class we have, and here we can write color is what? White. So color white we will write. Then the ternary keys color is white now, and what we can give? We can give the font size. Font size is like 30 pixel. Okay, so it is coming like this. Let's increase the width. Font width. Okay, this is what? Bolder. Okay, so bolder is coming. So this is how we have done with logo. Okay, now let's talk about this. Okay, this is what? Okay, so what we have given here, we have created sub2, and in sub2 we have div. Okay, but whenever we create this navigation, we create this navigation like home, about, course and contact, so it should be clickable. So if you want to make it clickable, so what you need? You need to make it hypertext. Okay, you have to make it hypertext instead of writing div. So what we will do, we will create it in the form of list. Okay, so what I'm trying to say, if you will write here ul. Okay, ul is nothing but unordered list, and here write li, and here you will write hyper, I mean href. Okay, initially we can say this is what? Hash. So instead of writing that, keep the box here, I mean keep the home here. So you can see home is what? Clickable. Okay, but this text is not clickable. So what I will do, let's just remove this all the divs. Okay, so just create here the same design, which is list, unordered list and list item, and just change here. What we have to do here, this is what? Home, about, and after about what we have? Course, and after course we have contact. Okay, so this is what we are getting, but it is again coming is what? Row wise. So again we have to do the modification. Okay, so previously there was a class called, okay, sub2, but is there any class called sub2? Okay, this is what? Sub2. Okay, this is what? Sub2 class, but it's better, instead of writing this class here, let's give this sub2 class to this unordered list, right? And we can remove this div. Okay, right? So now our text is what? Clickable. Okay, we can click. So this is a thing. Now instead of div, what we are using? Unordered list. Okay, so our sub, okay, so as you know, we have created sub1 and sub2, and this sub1 is what? Nothing but normal div. This is what? This is nothing but normal div. Okay, but this sub2 we have created what? Ul is nothing but unordered list. Okay, and what are the child of this ul? This l1, li, li. So these are what? Child. Okay, I hope you are understanding. So this sub2 is what? Container, and this is what? Child. Okay, now what we have to do, let's give the css. Let's remove this like blue color border, and remove this, what we can say, dot from here. So what we can do, sub container we have, so let's remove border from here. So see, border is not coming now. Let's write here list style. Okay, how we can delete the list? Can we say list style? Okay, list style what? None. So when you write list style name, so it is coming like this. Okay. Okay, and why this underline is coming? Why this underline and blue text is coming? Because we have given here a like anchor tag. Okay, because of anchor tag, it is coming in what? Blue line. If you will write here paragraph tag, so it will not come in blue color. Okay, and underline also not coming. But you will write anchor tag, so it will come in blue line because this is what clickable text. So what we will do? We will call the anchor tag as well. Okay, so inside what? Inside sub2 dot sub2 we have one anchor tag. So let's decorate it. So first of all we will write text decoration is what? None. Okay, so if you will write text decoration none, so something happening. Okay, and after that what we will write? We will write color is what? White. Okay, so it is not working here. Okay, this is what? Hyphen is there. Okay, so it is changing. Okay, so this color is coming something like this. Okay, and what we can do? Okay, so this is how we are getting some kind of navigation. Okay, this is navigation we are getting. But what I want to increase the font size of this navigation. Okay, so how can I increase? Just write here font size is what? Like 24 pixel. Okay, font size 24 pixel, and let's increase the gap, which is 20 pixel or like 30 pixel. Okay, so gap is coming. So when I hover it, so its color should be changed. Okay, so what I want here basically dot sub 2. Okay, sub 2 is a container, and inside the sub 2 container we have anchor tag. So when I hover my mouse on anchor tag, so there should be color change. Color is what? Or you can write here background color as well. Background color. Okay, so background color should be what? Let's suppose background color should be white and color should be red. So see, when we are clicking, when we are hovering, so it is coming like this. And you can give the padding as well to this. Padding is what? Like 10 pixel. So it is coming like this. Okay, but if you want a smooth transition, so you can write here transition. Okay, and you can write all 0.5s and ease in, ease out. Okay, so this is a shorthand property I am writing. All animations, this is the timing. Between 0 to 1 we can give time, and ease in and ease out. So see, so now it is coming like this. Okay, and anything else we can do? I think we are good enough now. Okay, so this is how we got the navigation. Just remove this red border line. This was for our understanding, like how our container will look like. So we can remove this or comment it red border. So this is how we got our navigation bar of our website. Are you understanding, guys? Let's try to
Yes, sir.
understand one more time here with this pen. Okay, so what we did basically, suppose this is our website, I mean web page. Okay, so our web page we have divided into two parts. One is, I mean this is our big container. Okay, and in container I have created one sub 1 and sub 2. Okay, sub 1 is what type? Sub 1 is div type. Okay, and what is sub 2? Sub 2 is nothing but unordered list. Okay, and inside the unordered list we have some list item, and inside the list item we have anchor tag. Okay, so like that we have content. So if I am talking about li, okay, li and anchor tag and home, so I am talking about which content? this content. So this is nothing but this is li, okay, and inside the li we have anchor tag, okay, and inside the anchor tag we have this content. Okay, same here, this is what li, and inside the li we have one anchor tag, okay, inside the li. But where is li? Li is there in the sub in ul, okay. So where is this li is coming from ul, from ul li is coming an anchor tag, and from ul is coming from where? From sub2, okay, not sub2, nothing but this ul is also sub2, because ul having unordered list having class what? Sub2, okay. So this sub2 is nothing but we can say unordered list, okay. So we can say this all the content is nothing but this is wrapped with sub2, and sub2 is nothing but unordered list, okay. And this is the item 1, item 2, and item 3, and item 4, okay. Does it make sense? Does it make sense, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. So guys, please practice this. And one more thing, like previous project, we were discussing about the previous project, so that also we have to check out. Okay, so let me just open the previous project. Okay, this is we have done. Just the idea is how we can create navigation bar with the help of flexbox property, display flex property. So this is how we achieved that. Okay, this is how we achieved this like design. Okay, all right. So now let's come back to our previous project. So like day before yesterday we have started one project, and the project name was project day 5. Okay, so I guess this was the project. Here is one container, okay. So container containing what? Product div. Okay, how many product div we have? This one is product, okay, product div, and this is another product div, okay, and we have another product div, okay, and each product div containing what? Image element, heading element, and price element, and button element, okay. So let me just make it live, open it with live server. So this content is coming something like this, okay. And where is the css of this content? Here is the css of this content, okay. So how we can design this? So okay, let me just open it side by side. Okay, let's remove here body as of now. So this is where this is inside one container. What is the container name? Container name is, I mean this big div name is the container, okay. This is the parent container, okay. So this holding all the products. So let's just call it with class name container, okay. Let's give the border so that we can identify or visualize where is actually our container. So as you can see here, this we have this container, okay. So although it is taking full width and full height, but still let's give full height 100 vh, and let's give full width, okay. Full width is what? 100 vw, okay. Now so if I will make this container a display flex, so this are coming column wise, it will start coming row wise. So let's write display flex, okay. So this is coming how much? How it is coming? it is coming what? Row wise. Okay, and let's give the gap. So justify content, we can say space evenly. Okay, so space evenly is coming. Now what we can do, okay, so if we have more products and products are going outside the container, so we can write here flex wrap. Okay, and here we can write no wrap. I mean wrap. No, not no wrap. No wrap is by default. So it is what? Wrap. Okay. Now let's call the individual product. Okay. So we have this div. Okay, let's forget about what content is there. We will discuss later about the content. Let's edit this. Let's edit the CSS of this product. Okay. So we will call products. Product is what? This is a common class. If you will write products, so whatever CSS will write, that CSS will apply all three products. So what we can do, we will write here dot product. Dot product means these all the products. Let me write here border so you can understand properly what product we are talking about. Solid and blue. Okay, so as you can see, this is our product. Okay, this is what our product. Now what we will do, let's manage the height of this product, like 40 VH viewport height, not 40. Let's keep it 60 VH. Okay, 60 VH is fine. Now what we have to do, okay, so can we give some padding because it is touching to the border. So let's give some padding to it. Okay, so padding is what? Suppose I'm giving here padding is what? 15 pixel. Okay, so it is coming like this. Okay, we have given wrap property now, so that is why. Okay, it is coming like this, but you can ignore that second row as of now. Okay, and we can say text align center because it is not in center. So can we write here text align center? Okay, so it is coming in center. Now what we have to do, if you want to give the box shadow, so you can give box shadow. So box shadow is what? Suppose 0 pixel, 4 pixel, and blur is what? 8 pixel, and color is what? Black. Okay, so some shadow is coming, right? Okay, so we can give gap as well. Let's give some gap. Gap is what? 10 pixel. Okay, or let's give 20 pixel. Okay, some gap is coming between the dips. Okay, all right. Now what we can do, can we remove this blue color border? Yes. And if you want to decrease the height of this product card, so from here we can decrease. Height is what? Like 90. Okay, this is not height actually. This is the height. Let's say 55 viewport height. Okay, and if you want to give radius, so border radius is what? 5 pixel. Okay, so it is, so corner is being rounded. Okay, so when I hover it, so some effect should happen, some transition should come. So I will write here dot product column hover. Okay, and here what I will do, I will write here. Okay, let's write box shadow. Once again I'm writing here box shadow. a 0. Okay, let's write the same values of box shadow, just we will change the color. Okay, so this is what black color. Let's give some uh, kind of red. Okay, so some red type of it is coming, or we can say we can just comment it here. Okay, but it is not looking good. It's better to give it, and let's keep it some like light shadow. Okay, it's up to you how you will design. It's totally up to you. Okay, so what I want, when I click on this product, the div should increase, the div size should increase, means it should scale. So what we can do here, we can scale it, right? So we can say transform scale. Okay, and here we can mention the properties like 1.05 or whatever you want to mention, so it will scale. When you will hover, so like some this effect is coming. Okay, and suppose if you want, when you click on image, when you hover your mouse on image, so image should also scale. So what you can do here, you can write here dot product. Okay, dot product, and inside the product, do we have image or not? So as you can see here, if you will open the product, so we have image also. So what we want, when we hover on the image, product image. Okay, product image hover, so this scale property should apply one more time. Okay, so see, so when you are clicking on product, so product image, so it is also coming like this. Okay, but it is not coming smooth. So let's write here property which is transition all 0.5 s. Okay, ease in ease out, so it just give a smooth look. Okay, so like that it is coming. And if you want to, okay, let's edit this the name of the product. So name of the product is nothing but, we can write here inside the product, we have which heading we used, which heading we have inside the product, we have h3 heading. So let's call h3 heading. Okay, let's write here correct spelling product, and here what we have to write, let's give some margin is like 10 pixel, and this is what 0, and let's give some font size. Okay, like 30 pixel. Okay, so 30 pixel font size is there. Okay, and after that what we have to do, let's edit p tag, because inside the product we have p tag also. P is nothing for but for price. So product, we have p tag, just edit it as well. So font size is what, like 25 pixel. Okay, font size is what, 25 pixel. 25, okay, it is 35, 25. Okay, so it is 25 pixel. And what we have to do here, okay, so here what we will do, we will give some color also. Color is what, let's give some hash. Okay, so this color is coming, you can give any color. Let's design the button. So inside the product we have button as well. So we will write here dot product, and what we have, button. Okay, so let's give button some margin. Margin is like we can give 10 pixel, or we can say margin top. Okay, so like you can hit and trial these properties to get the better outcome. And padding is what, inner space, and like 10 pixel padding you can take. Okay, so this is coming as padding. All right, and what we need to do, we will write here width is what. Okay, button width should be what, 100%. 100% means it should come like as per the card. Okay, okay, so width should be as per the card. Okay, and let's give some background color. Okay, let's remove the border first. Border is what, none. Okay, and what we will give, let's give some background color, orange. Okay, so background color is coming, and after that let's give font size, not font family, font size. Font size is around 20 pixel. Okay, good. And what we can give here, cursor. So cursor is what, pointer. See, if I'm writing here, so that hand is not coming. If you want, when someone click on, hover the mouse on this button, so hand should come. So you can write here pointer. Cursor is what, pointer. So see, now hand is coming. Yes, hand is coming. Now next is what, we can say. Okay, so this is what, corner is coming in border. If you want to remove the corner from the border, you can write border radius like 5 pixel. Okay, let's just increase the card size. It's not looking good. Product card size. So this is a product, and let's give the height is what, 60 vh. Okay, so it is fine, or we can give 65, not 65, but 60 is good enough. Okay, and what else we can give on button, so we can give transition. When I hover my mouse on button, sure, it should display something. So dot product having button, and on button I want hover. Okay, so what hover property we want, so we want to just change the background. Okay, so let's write the color which is orange, and just take the light orange. So light orange, how you can take, just choose any random. Okay, so light orange is not looking good. Okay, you can try with some hex code as well, like hash, like cc55 and 00. So when you hover, so it is coming like this. But at the time of hovering, there should be color is what, white. Okay, okay, so let's write a transition also. Okay, transition is already there. Okay, in button also let's write transition. Transition we are writing just for making it more smooth. Transition. Okay, transition all 0.5 s is in out. Okay, now see. Okay, so it is coming like this. Okay, so this is how you can create your product page. Okay, so see, if space is not there, so you can keep a space. Container, you can give margin. Margin is what, like 30 pixels. Okay, so it is coming like this. Okay, right? Or you can remove this much margin, or you just can give margin top. Okay, means some space will come from the top, margin top. Okay, like 10 pixel. Okay, and we can remove this border because this is for just understanding the container. Okay, and space evenly we have given, but we can remove the space evenly. Okay, or we can give it. Okay, it's looking good. Space evenly or space. If I give a space around, so okay, this is going outside the product. Why? Why it is going outside the product?
Image height.
uh, because of image size. Okay, so let's control the image size. Okay, so much. Okay, so let's write here image also. Okay, inside the product we have image. Where is the image? Okay, let's write here dot product. Okay, image, and width is what? Okay, let's give the height. Okay, height is what? Like 200 pixel, or let's write 150 pixel. Okay, so all the images coming perfectly. Let's give the height width also. Width is like 80 pixel, not 80 pixel, but let's write 100 pixel or 130 pixel. Okay, so like that we can control, or like give 140 pixels. Okay, or just remove it. Okay, so if you want to increase more product in your cart, so you can just create more product div. Okay, and each product div having like image, h3, paragraph, means price, and button. The structure is being large just because we have given like what we can say, we have given,
Absolute.
yes, we have given absolute image address. That's why it is looking like large images. So this is how you can design more products. Okay, I just copy and paste, and you can design more products. Okay, so this is what our product page. Okay, getting, guys? Is it good? Yes, Sobik, please tell me.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, okay, all right. So that's all for today, guys. Okay, tomorrow we will learn one more like display property, which is grid. We will learn grid layout. Okay, such type of layout basically we handle with grid. Okay, we don't handle with flex, but I just told you how we can do it with flex, but we can do it with grid as well. Grid is better way to create such layouts. All right. Okay, so thank you everyone for attending today's class. Okay, so in the next class we will discuss more. Okay, or maybe your next class will be on Monday. Okay, I will let you know. Right. Okay, so thank you everyone for joining the class. Bye all of you. Good night.